Hello, I'm Max Balegde.
And I am George Clarke, and welcome to the Useless Hotline. TikTok wasn't working out ever, and speaking wasn't either. So we decided to set up our own little business.
Yes, we did, and the Useless Hotline is a place where we help you with your queries, no matter how weird, disgusting, or embarrassing they are.
But it won't always just be us. It is this week, but I'm sure we'll have some guests on soon.
I'm sure, and also, this is also where you get all the Strictly Lowdown from the horse's mouth itself. George Clarke.
Oh yeah, Cal Freezy on the show, everyone.
First of all, we have a fun announcement because we are going on tour. But I firstly, before we get into all that, I just want to congratulate you on what was an unbelievable dance, George. I don't know if you saw my video of me freaking out. I was welling up with tears. I was just blown away by you. I really was.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I did see your video. Also, I saw you message me in amongst a load of other messages. I went through Instagram and I went through WhatsApp. I didn't go through iMessage. I don't usually use that, so I apologise. That's where you messaged
George,
me.
I am used to you not replying to me. This is not even a Strictly thing. This is just a George Clarke thing. I can message you 5 or 6 times in a row about completely different topics, and at this point, I don't expect to reply. I just use this in-person time with you to get across any messages at this point. But that is besides the fact, because you did so well. You did so well.
Thanks.
How was it?
I don't know. I was more. I feel like I felt the nerves more on this one than I did the launch show. But
that's fair.
Yeah, I felt fine up until it was sort of like me and Alexis were just sort of like just chilling as we sort of walked onto the stage, because obviously when the VT plays, we're in the actual studios, we're walking out, so all the crowd sort of do like a woo, and you're like hi.
Yeah.
And then we just sort of sat there, just sort of like stood there, just sort of chilling, waiting for the VT to end. And then I think when it was just went to the sort of dancing the American Smooth, that was when it was like, okay, this is real now. But what's like hard about our dance is because it starts off so slow and we're so sort of just doing our own thing, and there's no like holding a frame immediately or anything like that. I feel like I felt the nerves more because it was like, it wasn't like a quick sort of right, we're in now. I'm like dancing. It's like a slow sort of introduction into just like moving a little bit. So I was really feeling it in my legs at that point. My legs just sort of felt like they were all over the place. But then I think when we went to the corner and did like the little that, and then sort of came back around as the camera's floating down at this, that's when I sort of took like a big breath and I was like, okay, no, you'll be fine.
Wow.
And it went okay. I will say, obviously I appreciate the support beyond belief. That I feel like that wasn't our best run that we've done in a bit. Like that we
yeah, it was a bit shit, not gonna lie.
We've done like 8, 9 maybe better run throughs of that.
Really?
Oh yeah, but like it's on those there'll be other things that went wrong that didn't go wrong. It's just, I mean, it's first week.
But George, you have to remember, I mean, me and probably most of the people watching did not pick up on that. Do you know what I mean? I'm sure that the judges did. I'm sure that you and Alexis did, because you're the ones doing it day in, day out. You know every single detail. For it to be the first week, you had no dance experience prior to doing this show. You are as stiff as a board. You are the first person to cringe at any sort of performance, you know, attention, whatever.
Yeah.
For you to do a performance that was that dramatic and beautiful was amazing to watch. Like, it was so good. And I'm so glad that you got a serious dance to start with.
Yeah.
Because almost every other straight man got given like, oh, I'm a rugby player, so I'm going to throw a ball. Oh, I do the news, so I'm going to have a microphone and do this. Do you know what I mean? Which is fine, and that, you know, it's a comedic show. But I was really glad that, like, my first thought was, oh my God, are they going to make him do, like, start? And he's, like, got a camera in his hand and he's like, hey, oh my God, oh, I've got to dance now. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, to play up on the content creator thing. So I was so glad that you got to do a real nice display of your hard work that you've been putting in so far. Like, it was just so good.
No, it's good fun. I feel like, as well, it's a nice ease into sort of being serious, because granted it is a more serious one, but it's like not a character that you're playing. Well, you are playing a character, but it's like you can sort of enjoy it, and that being part of your character, because the whole sort of storyline of it is obviously like these two people that are in love and they're just having this really nice sort of moment together, and it's just their world. Is what it is. So I saw a few comments. Not that I'm getting rattled by them, but I saw a comment. The comment that was like, "Yeah, he'll be good if he just needs to like stay in character." And I was like, "There isn't really a character here. I can smile. You're allowed to smile in these moments."
Is that what they're saying? That because you smiled quite early into it, that like you broke character?
Oh no, I think that was just like one comment I saw, but it's just an example of, I think. As am I. I still am very new to the sort of dancing world, and it's very interesting. I've spoke to Vicky as well. She said that she's seen comments and she's like, "What the fuck? That makes no sense on like what I've been told as how the dance is meant to go." Because people would have watched the show, maybe get dance mixed up or something, but will sort of take things from other dances that don't actually apply in these sort of different dances. And I mean, but. That's why people look at the judges' scores and go like, why have they marked on that? Why have they marked on this? Because it can look okay from the outside, but there's so much technically. I knew doing it. I was like, well, that bit's wrong. That bit's wrong. When he said shoulder was too high, I know that was too high. And it's out, but it's sort of just relaxed and out, and the only real strain is up through the spine and out at your elbows. Everything else is nice long neck. Like
I thought that the strain was... No, I was about to make a really crude sex joke, but we're talking about Strictly. We're above that. We're above that. I think it was so good. It was so much fun. I've watched Strictly live when Joe invited me down. Yeah. Like a few years ago. And then other than that, I watched a few of the episodes that Diane was in with Bobby. That was like, I think 2 years ago, because I was rooting for Diane. But I've never properly, like, it wasn't like do you know, I feel like Strictly is a tradition in so many households. Yeah. But it just wasn't in mine. Like, we just didn't do it. And my mum's friends would be like, what do you mean you don't watch Strictly? And we'd be like, I don't know, we just never got around to it. So this is my first time properly, like, sitting, watching, waiting for the time to come on, and sitting there with my, with my food, whatever. And it's so much fun. I'm having the best time. Like, obviously it helps that I have someone that I'm literally rooting for in the thing. But what a show it is. I feel like there's a reason that people love it so much, and we said it last week, I think, in that it's one of the only shows where there's not a sort of evil arc to anyone. There's not sort of trying to paint people in bad ways. It's literally just everyone trying to have a good time, everyone doing their best. Obviously it's very panto in the sort of, it was horrible, the feet were all off, you've done this, you've done that, and then the crowd boos. But like it's all like in like sort of everybody's aware that it's for entertainment.
Yeah, everyone's aware it's for entertainment, and also everybody's aware they're not a real dancer. They're not going to be sort of, and they I think people are aware of their ability and sort of things. So it's not like a.
Do you know what I did? Do you know what I did? Because they kept calling Shirley Ballas like the queen of, what was it? The queen of Queen of Latin. They kept calling Shirley Ballas the queen of Latin.
Have you gone to look at her videos?
Oh my
Insane,
God.
Right?
Oh,
have you seen the one where they just spin her?
George,
she's
have
just
I?
Like,
she looks like. Have you seen that toy? Have you seen that toy that you like pull the string and the fairy like
discontinued.
goes? Yeah, that's what she looks like. I was watching it and I was going, Jesus Christ, she's not the queen of Latin. She's the
Yeah.
queen of bodily movements. This is inhumane. Like, how is she doing this? I couldn't
Literally, and
believe
then-
how spectacular she is.
Like, then comes out of it and is literally looking at the perfect place and doesn't even like sway at all. Just
I would have
completely- it's
vomited.
Insane. Yeah,
I
apparently
couldn't do that twice.
Alexis was like, yeah, like there's a reason that for years she was the person who had the sort of deciding vote, because she was like,
Yeah.
growing up, if you were learning ballroom or Latin, she was like God. And that's not even
As
like,
she should
oh,
be.
because she's on the show, I'll say that. She was like, no, everybody in that dancing world is like, yeah, that's sort of where you want to get
Bloody
to.
brilliant. I could not believe it. Like, getting to see the judges dance at the beginning was really fun, because then
Yeah.
you see, like, oh, obviously, like, you know that, like, Anton used to be a professional, so did Moxie as well. Yeah.
I believe they've all got some form of dance background, obviously. I mean,
Yeah.
I think they know what they're talking about, yeah.
Hot take here, guys. I have a feeling. But no, it was so good. I loved watching. Oh my God, what a shame about Dani Dyer as well.
I know, yeah. Like, that was such...
I know that you were friends with her.
Yeah, no, we got on really well, and I messaged her, actually, how I found out was, so me and Alexis and Nikita and her were on the Radio Times cover together, because there was like 6-7 different Radio Times covers, I think, and we had one together, so, and everyone was posting theirs, so I was like, I messaged her and I was like, oh, I heard you had I was like, hi, how you doing? Hope training's going well. And then just sort of did like I heard that you took a little bit of a tumble last week, but hope you're all right, because basically we got told that, me and Alexis got told that she'd fallen over, but that was because there's a person, like a researcher in each room now, who just writes down everything you say, just to make sure that everybody's sort of like a welfare thing. But so
Yeah.
she told us that they'd fallen over, but like we hadn't heard anything since, so we were like, oh, it should be okay. And she obviously went home, and it didn't seem like a bad thing. But yeah, I messaged her, and this was Thursday or Friday, maybe Wednesday or Thursday, maybe. So it was like later into the week in terms of how the training's going. And I was like, oh, I don't know if you want to do a collaboration post with this, because obviously we're on the same thing. I don't want to just sort of post it and you haven't. And she was like, oh yeah, bad news on that front. I think I'm out of the show. And I was like, what? Because this is before we got a message beforehand, or it like went public. So I was like, I was just like, what the fuck? And now I also seem like a horrible person, because I've just gone in and gone, hope you're all right. Do you want to do a collab post potentially? Is that on the cards? But no, she's so.
So of course your
like,
response was, so do you still want to do the
yeah.
collab post?
So is that a no? Shall I edit you out?
AI is really clever right now. There's this feature I could just like scratch over you. You won't even know that you're there. Like.
Yeah, no, but she
Oh,
was,
bless her.
She was absolutely gutted, and like rightfully so. Like it would be such a horrible sort of thing to happen. So, sort of said like, hope you're okay, and sort of gave a sort of a nice message, but didn't want to sort of overdo it. And like the amount when it came out, I was like, I kind of want to message, be like, I hope everything's going down well, but I don't want to have people sort of like, because it would be the only thing that she's ever getting messaged or like talking. And
yeah, true.
It
And
just like very overwhelming.
It
It just sort of accentuates the feelings that you're already feeling.
It must be such a hard thing to come to terms with, because you know yourself just how much time, not even physical preparation, you put into this show, just doing it a short period, but beforehand, you know, telling everyone, getting excited about it, the mental prep of like, I'm going on Strictly, this is now happening, and then to just, oh no, that's over. I imagine that must be so difficult.
Yeah, I think, that's something I feel like people won't sort of comprehend. Like obviously, in people's heads, it's we've been announced, then so like about a month later you see the launch show, and then we have a couple of weeks, and then you see us dance, and like that's in people's heads is like the time frame. But like I think me and Harry were speaking about this yesterday. Like by the time we've finished, if we go all the way to the final, that's what, like 3 and a bit months of dancing. You'd have had before then like 3 and a bit, 4 months of knowing that you're on the show. So like half the time that you know you're on Strictly, you're not actually doing anything. So she's done like the slog of it, where it's like, just like let's go. I can't, like, looking forward to doing this. Had like a tiny taste of it in the launch show, and then hasn't been able to do it. But I mean,
also not to mention like clearing out your calendar, stopping all other potential work. Do you know what I mean? Like that's bless it. But at least I've seen, obviously they've invited her back, I believe, and Strictly are usually quite good with that. They do, if someone gets injured early on, then they have them back the next season.
Yeah, I think they've done that in previous seasons. I don't know if it's like a confirmed thing. I wouldn't know how they're doing it, but I'm keeping my fingers crossed for her, because she's very good at dancing, and she's just a lovely person anyway. So it's sad to see her go. But Amber's come in at like. There's so many different time frames getting thrown around. I've seen like tweets of people being like, she did this in less than 24 hours, and then other people like, she knew about this like on the day of the show, and then other people it's like 48 hours. Either way, it's a small time frame, but she was amazing.
She is amazing. I mean, I didn't watch her season of Love Island, so I didn't know like that side of it. I've followed her musical theatre career because she was in The Great Gatsby. She just got confirmed as Elle Woods in Legally Blonde, which is crazy. And then she just had the biggest spanner in the works thrown in that she's doing Strictly. Can you imagine doing... I was thinking about it, of course, as I always do, from my own perspective, what I would do in that situation. If I, like, say if I was in the running for something like Strictly, and then, like, you come to terms with the fact that's not happening, you've got all this other work going on, you've booked the time off, and then you get told, oh my God, that would be the biggest whirlwind rush of your entire life. Did you get a chance to speak to her at all?
Yeah, no, I think she found out on the Thursday maybe, and then had Friday rehearsals, like the full day rehearsals, and then at the end, so me and Alexis were the last of the rehearsals on the floor. So you get 3 run-throughs on the actual floor at Elstree Studios, with the cameras doing their thing. The lights are there. They're not fully how they would be, but it's to test that you're happy with how the lights are and how it looks, because obviously in your head the pro and the sort of different people they work with have built something up, and they want to sort of be like, oh, this is how I imagined it, and they can have a few light switches around. But anyway, so we were last, so we did our 3 run-throughs. And then they were like, oh yeah, Amber and Nikita are on next. And I was like, oh, I'll go and say sort of like hello, because otherwise it would be her turning up on Saturday having not met anyone.
Yeah,
and
so
that with the pressure as well piled on of also being the day that you're doing the dance and it being live and everything. I think she'd met a few people in the halls, but I just went and said hello, and she seemed like... It seems like it was a very obviously naturally daunting process to take part in, but she seems lovely. So, and obviously very good at dancing. So she's
if anybody's prepared for that pressure, it would be someone who has experience on the West End.
Yeah. But I mean, it's obviously very different, but it's a whole new thing. But I guess different people have different things that they can sort of pull on, and I think it's quite nice to see that. You can see where different people's strengths lie. Like Karen Carney, by the way, needs a shout out. That is her jive is unbelievable. I saw her in so many times on dress rehearsals and stuff, like sort of in the lead up to show, and then on Friday. And each time I was like, Karen, that is unbelievable. And she's just like, no, mate, yours is so good. Like, I love your. I'm like, no, Karen, genuinely, you need to just chill out for a second. Stop throwing compliments. Yours is that is unbelievable, and it's so nice when someone's so good at dancing and just like a lovely person and humble. And Carlos is hilarious. I love Carlos. It's just that's why I like it. It's such a nice, happy vibe because everyone's so lovely, and it's like you can see each other on their journey.
A
and
fairy tale land.
It
doesn't even look like real. Like watching you all, it just looks like the best thing in the entire world. You can understand why someone like Diana's come back as many years as she has. Do you know what I mean? Like, why would you want any other job? Like, if you're good at dancing as well, for you guys, the celebrities. It's such a positive environment. Like, speaking as like a viewer of her performance, I feel like based off of the first show and just preconceived notions about like what they do as a job beforehand, you kind of make your assumptions on how someone's going to do, purely based on the fact that she is a footballer who is obviously very athletic, but doesn't need to stretch that skill of like, you know, performing in an elegant or whatever way. I kind of disregarded her as someone that would maybe progress because of her athleticism, but I did not in a million years think that she would come out in the first week and be that good. Obviously, I don't have a fucking clue what is a good dance versus not. I was just judging it off the audience reaction. The audience was standing up, and obviously I loved almost every single one of them. I was watching some of them and being like, yeah, that's sick, and then they'd get like 3 and I'd be like, oh, okay, then I guess not. But hers was just phenomenal to watch. Like,
I think it's difficult because it's also first week. Like, I think the judges would also be reluctant to give high scores. So scoring high in the first week is also like a huge thing. But it's just so interesting. And I think as well, now I've seen sort of people completely switch up and be like, oh no, now this is my favourite. No, this is who's going to win now. It's like, okay, cool, I get it. We've now seen people dance, but next week everyone will be doing a complete different dance style, and it's like a whole different ball game. Like you saw, so My American Smooth is complete different ball game to the jive, and like
you can't even compare the two.
So like there's, it's still very much up in the air, and like I don't know, I'm still sort of trying to figure out like where everybody's at, because I was like, I had preconceived notions in my head that like, oh, this person looks like they flow very well, but then the judges' scorecards will come out and I'll be like, oh, I maybe wouldn't have. So it's such an interesting thing, but
Now that you've done your first live show, is the competitiveness starting to kick in a little bit? Like, do you feel like, oh, I really actually want to be up high on the leaderboard? Like, I want to get quite far in this because you're enjoying it?
I think naturally there's a level of like, I want my score to be as high as humanly possible, but that's just the drive that you have outside of sort of my performance. I'm not really, I don't see it as, not in like a these idiots, I don't see it as a competition, as in like, I don't, it's just feels very, I mean, we haven't had a results show yet, that's next week, that's when it's going to maybe start getting a little bit hectic. But yeah, I'm currently just genuinely, I was happy I got my dance out of the way, and then I was sort of, we had to do different bits to camera and stuff afterwards, and I was just like trying to hurry through it because I really want to get back in and just see everyone, because it's so lovely just to see everybody, because you've seen them beforehand and everything and see that they're nervous, and it's nice to see them sort of get over the line and just be good.
Definitely.
Yeah, so it's not, I don't think it's a competitiveness really to it outside of, I want to do as good as I think I can do, but then also I also don't want to leave the competition because it's so fun. So I think that's what's making me be like, oh, I want to do well, as opposed to, I want to get a glitter ball. I want these losers to.
That makes complete sense, and I think as the competition goes on, that will grow and change in different ways. And I imagine, say you're in the top 5, I imagine by that point, after weeks of doing these live shows, getting the votes, improving your skill, putting in the time and effort, you'll probably start to get a bit like, do you know what? I actually really want to bloody win this. And I think there's no shame in that. Like, you know, if you get to that point, which I am still to... Can you bet? Can you, like, bet on Strictly? Is that, like, an actual thing? Is it legal?
You can bet on Strictly.
Is it illegal for me to bet for you because I know you? That doesn't change it, does it?
I don't think it's illegal in the case of... Unless it was, like... There was some sort of bet on that was, like
George is going to leave the competition next week.
Yeah, like something that I can physically check. Like if it's done on just like ability, just being like winning
at the competition,
or getting a 10 or something, I don't know, then it would be like
I want to work out, let us know in the comments if you can find a bet that Max can do. Don't know why I just referred to myself in the third
You can literally
person.
just type in Strictly odds and it will just come up with loads of different betting
fab.
sites. There's
Right,
so
okay.
many. I don't know the rules on specifically. So if it is against the rules because Max knows me personally,
Let us
this
know.
wasn't a conversation.
Yeah, you've never heard us. But I feel like I want to bet that I can fully, especially after that, I can see you easily get into the top 5. And as it goes on, I 100% think so. I just think that you have so much room to keep growing. And obviously, there's people, what's the guy who has loads of siblings called?
Lewis.
Obviously, he has had prior training. Amber's had prior training. Football queen, what's she called? Sorry, I'm blanking on people's names. Karen, I'll get to know people's names. We're only first 2 episodes the same, guys. Karen was an absolute wild card. She's now top of everyone's mind, like, oh my God, what's going to happen? But I think that there is room for the underdog of George Clarke, who has the athleticism down, who has the drive, who has, performance experience somewhat, to keep honing those skills and get his way to the top of the leaderboard. I just do. I envision at least one episode that you will get the highest marks out of everyone. I'm saying that. Not to put pressure on you. I'm not trying to put pressure on you. I'm saying it. I'm speaking it. I'm manifesting it for you.
Well,
okay?
I'd love that, but I feel like I'm a footballer after a match, and they're like, you got City next week. How you feeling about that? You looking at the title? And it's like, look, I'm going to take every week as it comes. I'm just gonna sort of focus on the task at hand, and obviously it'd be lovely to see myself up there, but I'm just focusing on myself at the moment.
Do you not find it so bizarre that you are in a dancing competition right now?
It is strange.
If you deep the weird avenues that our lives have taken us down, like 5 years ago, if you would have told either of us that, like, it's just so weird that you are in a dancing competition.
I know, it is
when I was
strange.
watching you, when you first came on screen, my instant reaction was to laugh. And I don't even know why. It was just seeing you in that. And then I just burst out laughing. And Andrew looked at me like, why are you laughing? I was literally like,
I think
and
it's just
like,
because it's
what? Why am I
such a
laughing?
funny circumstance. Like, just because you just wouldn't, it's like, not shock because you literally know it's going to happen, but it's because it's coming to fruition. You could just see it physically being there. It's just hilarious.
It was like my body literally went into shock, and then I was just so overcome with emotion when, like, I saw that it was like, and even then, I've watched you dance back, and it doesn't feel like I'm watching you, who I know. Do you know what I mean? It feels like I'm watching someone pretend. It's like acting, like you just said. It's like you're acting the role of that dance.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like. It was so bizarre, but just amazing. What did your sister and Yaz think?
They loved it. They're unbelievably supportive. Bless them.
Oh my God.
I think Yaz said Alexis's sister was sat behind her, and apparently the whole dance they were just like holding hands like that.
Oh, bless. That's so lovely.
Yeah, just no. They were. I think my sister cried, and that was caught on camera.
I
Did you
missed
see
your
it?
sister.
Oh, no.
I didn't know. I was, because whilst it was going on, I'd like turn to Andrew and be like, oh my God, whatever. I saw Yaz on camera.
Yeah.
Was that as soon as it finished, I think? They
I think
cut
so.
to her.
Yeah, she was after Ellie and Vito danced as well, I think.
Yes, she was crying, bless her. Oh my God. And then afterwards I've seen the clips of your sister. And it was just like, oh my God, like how amazing is it? And it is interesting, like there's an element of, like, you've had so many career successes, like in your job as a social media person. Hitting big numbers in followers, or, getting brand deals that get you a certain amount of money, that are all ways to measure success. But I do think that there's something extra special about doing an opportunity that you get to share with friends and family that they can directly either be a part of or understand. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I know. It's definitely, like, I feel like the way I sort of measure things, or like what I strive for, is, it sounds so like wishy-washy. I'm like, the reason that people want to do this job is because it seems so fun, and I love doing it. So I'm like, I want to make content around different things, but also just have as many, because it's such a fortunate place to be, have as many experiences as possible, which is why I struggle to say no to things. So
100%.
this is like the ultimate experience. So it's and it's nice because it's one that my family do actually understand. So
yeah, million trillion %. I totally get exactly what you mean. Like, yeah. Oh my god, it's so lovely. Is your nan planning to come to a live show?
I don't. I think they're penciled in for one, but if they can make it or not is another matter. But my management made a spreadsheet for all my family to put in when they want to go. So that's just been sort of passed around the various group chats.
Oh, bless them. Oh my god. And please message the BBC to let me come, George.
I have. I've sent your number to one of the producers.
Begging. I don't care who I have to, send flowers to, chocolates. The amount of messages. Do you know that people have actually been attacking me, being like, "You're pretending that you care about him. Like, if you really cared, then you'd go." As if I could just walk in and be like, "Oh, is it right if I just come in and sit here?"
It's unbelievably difficult to get a ticket. Even for me being there, I get given 3 tickets. One has to go to an agent or a manager, and I can't be like, "Oh no, I swear this is my agent." No, they know. And then the other 2, you literally. You're given other 2 tickets. So
also famously, even the dancers, the professional dancers, also only get a certain amount of tickets. So they'll pool them together or whatever. Like, it's not, even for the audience, it's like such a difficult thing. I think you have to enter a raffle or something. It's like a full prize draw.
It's a ballot at I think it was, that might have been like a month ago or something. It's a ballot that you do, and millions enter, and it's like 200 people or something like that in the studio, and there's like 15 episodes maybe. I don't know how many episodes there are, but I think it's like less than 10,000 tickets or something for like millions enter. So
please, guys, stop hurling abuse at me. Stop saying that I'm a fake and phony individual, okay?
But you should. I'll message because I've sent yours, both Arthur's, Chris and Batch. I've sent your numbers through to her because she came over, and this wasn't like these guys, I think they deserve special treatment because they got followed. She literally came over to me and said, "George, I'd love to get like some of your sort of like internet friends along to come and watch." She's like, "I get allocation, so just give me their numbers and I'll message them and stuff." So that's what I've done.
Oh my God, that's amazing. Oh,
so hopefully, we should be seeing you. But the only thing is that obviously there are sort of 13, 14 episodes or something. That is if I make it to those episodes. So
George, I'm putting a bet on you. So quite frankly, if you don't,
a bet doesn't secure my space.
You don't know the people that I know. Okay, that bet will secure. No, I'm joking. No, I mean, we just believe in you. We're excited, and what an evening! What an evening!
Yeah.
Did you like struggle to wind down afterwards? Were you like so?
I think it was nice because we were in the middle. I had a sort of little like build-up time, and then we went, and then I had time to come back on and just sort of forget about everything and just sort of cheer everyone on and just have like a good time.
Yeah.
And then that was like the end of the show, and then I just sort of, because there was no results show, there was a little after party afterwards. It wasn't, we say after party, everybody's family and friends just came in and everyone just sort of like mingled for a bit. And just had like a couple of drinks, bit of pizza, then went home.
Oh my God, that's fab. And I thought as well, we could remind everyone on how to vote. And also remind them that they don't even need to watch the show to vote. And you could just vote for George.
You could do that. I would say, please do watch, so you're not
true.
You're not just guessing. And if you watch and you think I don't deserve it, hey, don't send a vote my way. But I believe you go to bbc.co.uk/strictly, and then you register. If your email's registered to a BBC account, you quite simply can when the voting opens next week, you literally just, I think, type in that URL if you're registered. You can then just use 5 votes, so you can put all 5 my way, you can put 1 my way, 1 another way, you can put none my way, you can give all 5 to Ross King, I don't know, whoever you want.
Yeah, Bez. I loved that they got you to do the little explanation of what a QR code is.
Yeah, no, they had Neil and Michelle, and then somebody came over to me before the show and was like, so there's somebody who works closely with Claudia, who before the shows just comes over, just asks you a few questions, you answer them, and then she'll go, well, that was a good answer, we'll get Claudia to ask you that question. And then I'm like, all right then. But this time she came over and was like, also I've got you this, and I was like, right. She's like, yeah, you don't need to memorise it, it'll be on the teleprompter, but Claudia's just going to ask you to sort of do a bit to camera. And I was like, right, okay.
That was so good.
But yeah, I was literally, I was sweating, so like my eyes were just full of sweat.
I loved it.
So I was literally just like trying to read it. I just couldn't see.
Oh, it was so funny. I don't know why I didn't think that you would all, of course, be I think because all the dances are so well choreographed, and you all obviously perform them with like a big smile on your face or whatever, that it looks effortless. Unless someone's like tragic, it looks effortless. So when afterwards they're getting interviewed, and the amount of sweat that was dripping off you, I was like, Jesus Christ, this boy has been through the war.
It's
like,
it's
you're
studio
doing so
lights
much.
as well. It's studio lights. The fact that you've got makeup on your costumes you've been in for ages, and they're sort of snug fitting. Like there's so many different levels to it.
Are the shoes uncomfortable?
But shoes are unbelievably comfortable, genuinely.
I was thinking, like, they look, obviously, they're like brand new shiny shoes, and historically, they are the most uncomfortable thing to wear, but are they specialised in some way to
they're just like so malleable, like they just sort of like mould around your foot, because they're not a strong material. Well, they're like robust material, but they're just like they just sort of like fold around your foot wherever you want, like you can bend your toes and you can sort of move around and stuff. It's nice. Well, I believe those were ballroom shoes. So I'm yet to put Latin shoes on, which are, I believe, maybe a taller heel. I'm not sure.
Ah, okay. Oh my God, the fact that you even know this knowledge is so funny to me.
Yeah.
What shall I wear my Latin shoes to? My ballroom shoes. Oh my God, it's so exciting. Oh, yeah. I'm so glad that you're enjoying. How was Alexis's first live show? Did she enjoy it?
She loved it. She was really happy. She had her sister there and her sister's mother-in-law. Sister's mother-in-law, I think.
Oh wow!
Because I think her sister has married a Cornish gentleman. But yeah, anyway, they were there. They had a good time. They were loving it. Let us know that they had a vote, which was nice. I'm sure perhaps more because of Alexis rather than me, but they were lovely. I think she was happy with how it went, and I think we're both just looking forward to being like, right, okay, that's what it's like. Now let's just do a week, do another one, hopefully do another one after that, and just see how it goes, because that's one dance done. There's a whole lot more that are more challenging
as well.
Or doing
like,
different vibes.
Some people did like a few people did the cha-cha, by like, for example. Like, how many of that category are there?
What do you mean? As in, so cha-cha,
do you know when they're like,
Latin.
You did the American smooth, then somebody did the cha-cha, someone did the jive. Like, how many of those are there?
There's 14, I think.
40? Wow, so you will literally do a different one every single week if you got all the way to the end?
You could do. There's some that you can miss out.
Right.
But I think there's, you do so some people do some towards the start that they then can revisit at the end, because there's like a block of time that you kind of want to sort of have between the, I don't know, there's different rules. And then, for example, each one has different rules in it. So the reason that I did lifts and a lot of other people didn't is because you're allowed to in the American Smooth as part of the rules. Other ones you're not allowed to do lifts in. But then that's why there's different. So I think that may be why. No, that was for a different reason. I was going to say, I thought that was why Anton said, like, Johannes, your choreography was very clever there, very clever.
Yes.
Because there's clever ways to get around it. I think the cleverness was around their frame, sort of, because the frame's like a harder way to dance. So sort of was in frame as little as possible to make the dance look better. But there's just different sort of things that you can and can't do in different dances, which is interesting, which again a lot of people just at home wouldn't understand. So then they go like, oh, but George did lifts, surely he should get more points. It's like, well, other people aren't actually allowed to do lifts, so is the only thing.
That's what I thought. I was like, oh my god, it's so cool that George got to do a lift. Like, they must. Oh, another question that I had: does Alexis choreograph your dances then?
Yes,
entirely.
That's what I have to say is, I feel like I was receiving a lot of, obviously because I'm the person who's not a dancer, I was receiving the praise, or like people were saying, oh, George, you did so well. Like, obviously, so much of that is down to how good at teaching she is, but the other half of that is the reason everybody was like, oh, that was such a beautiful dance, like it just felt so like lovely and flowy. That's all Alexis's choreography. Like, she's in her head when she was sort of going through it, she was like, oh, and in this moment when you hear this sound, that's when I want this to happen, because it feels like, and then if you listen to the lyrics, it makes sense of what's happening. And I think that's going to be like a running theme in what happens. So I don't think many of ours are going to be like sort of big sort of blockbuster showy things, but she's very clever with how she like choreographs things. And even the lifts, like the last one obviously looks spectacular. That's all her. I've just basically put a sack of spuds on my shoulder, but that spuds is the sort of the most incredibly flowy sack of spuds you've ever seen in your life.
I don't know, that didn't make it into a compliment. I need you to know that.
No, as in that the motion is that I'm doing nothing that no other man can, that any other man can't do. She's the one doing the magic.
Not gonna lie, I probably couldn't do that, but yeah, I understand the sentiment. Oh my god, so exciting then. Can't wait to see what happens next week. Is there anything that you can tell us about next week, or is it all completely under wraps at the moment?
I could tell you something, but nobody would be, it wouldn't be allowed to be in the episode. So. Oh,
right, okay. Yeah, no point then.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to be like, but I'd have to kill you. And I was like, right, okay. Oh, well, congratulations then. You made it through the first live show. And it's only up from here, George.
Well, I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's maybe, who knows? I've not danced other styles. Maybe American Smooth just worked with me a little bit. And the rest I will be utter shit at. So.
Well, listen, George, if that is the case, then you are transferring me £1,000 because I'm putting that bet on. All right. Right, well, George, in another series of exciting events, we are going on tour.
Get the freak in to every bloody location in the UK.
So, sorry, I don't know why that made me laugh so much. If you are a Patreon subscriber, one of our cutie little interns, then you will be able to purchase tickets at 10 a.m. tomorrow. That is Tuesday at 10 a.m. You'll be sent a password and a link to do so. And then general on sale is Thursday at 10 a.m. So what date is that? Is that I don't friggin' know. This Thursday at 10 a.m. We'll be posting the links obviously everywhere, but make sure that you are ready, as tickets might sell out very quickly. George,
hopefully.
Do you want to tell them where we're going?
Yeah, we're going to somewhere near you. For example, if you're a little Irish motherfucker, the 10th of February we are going to Dublin. If you're a little fucking Geordie bitch, on the 12th of February we're going to Newcastle. If you're an unfortunate little Scotsman, on the 14th of February, we're off to Glasgow. If you're a Northern Irish and you speak like that, we'll be visiting you on the 15th in Belfast. Or if you're from Leeds, we're there on the 18th of
not a
Feb.
Leeds accent.
No, it wasn't. If you're from Manor, oh fuck me, all the fucking Oasis tickets are out. On the 19th, we'll be with you. In Birmingham, we're in Birmingham on the 21st. Where else? Oh, who would have thought that? On the 22nd, we're in Cardiff. All right, me babbers, ayo, we're in Bristol for the 24th, and then, but what about the capital city? Yeah, we're there. We're taking a brief break, and on the 10th of March, we're at the London Palladium. What?
Oh. The crowd went wild.
Yeah, they did.
We've been planning this for ages, it feels like. I mean, we first started to speak about this tour. We first probably started to speak about this tour maybe this time last year, if not even sooner. Obviously with schedules and Jorge being literally in the ballroom, there was a lot of moving and shaking around schedule-wise. But we have nailed it.
Looking at a map to see where we wanted to go.
Speaking of, we literally shot a promo video that is really cute and fun that I think you should all check out if you haven't.
Freaking yeah.
Because what is the theme of this year's tour, George?
Oh, the theme of the tour is only boys allowed, because there was too many girls there last time.
No, it is not. It is help wanted. We are searching the UK looking for staff members because at the Useless Hotline we are simply swept off our feet.
Yeah.
So we will be having some fun with that. Maybe, some on-stage games to see who can become one of our little staff members. Who knows? Maybe there'll be prizes.
Yeah. We should make it clear. You are not... When you go onto this link, you are not applying to actually work at the Useless Hotline. This is It's merely a marketing tactic. We have to name the tour something. It's now hiring. We work in an office is the joke, guys. Get on board.
Get on board or get over it. We're also going to two places that we didn't go to last time, being Cardiff and Newcastle, which I think we're really excited about.
Mm-hmm. I heard
Everybody was
people
complaining.
speak with funny accents there, and they'll be all... Yeah, or
I cannot wait. It's going to be so much fun, and we're ending it, like George said, with an absolute bang at our biggest venue yet. Actually, no, Reading and Leeds were our biggest, but they don't count because they're a festival. It's going to be a big fat finale show. So we're just excited to come around and meet you all again. It's going to be a lot of fun.
I can't wait to see you and pretend to care about you.
So that's so exciting. Everything seems
fun.
to be happening.
And you'll probably be like, but I've seen you guys before. You're fucking big time. I've seen you. Well, fuck your ass, because this is going to be a different show.
It's going to be an entirely different show with different curves, swerves. I mean, George, at that point, guys, will literally be a professional dancer. So I don't know about you, but I think that with the amount of time that we've got, we can blackmail George into maybe doing somewhat of a Strictly segment at each show. We'll see whether that's dancing, Q&A, behind the scenes, a little moment that we make.
We've seen you staying relevant podcast. We're just going to do a fucking do a number where... It's just unbelievable moves and shit.
That's the plan. So make sure that you are getting your tickets whilst they last. The link will also be in the description of this video and all over our social media. So make sure that you get it, love. Well, George, our lovely listeners, as you all know, the Useless Hotline, we usually, as in never, go through dilemmas that you all send us.
Yeah.
And as George is on Strictly, we thought that we'd get some Strictly questions sent in.
Yeah, we thought we'd do a berry compote segment. Ooh, berry compote. Oh, it's a berry compote segment. Sorry, Max, as you were saying, go for it.
We've got 2 questions that we'll go through.
Tell us at home, when you eat a berry compote or a little muesli bowl or something, do you mix or do you chow through, like in that James Acaster sketch? Do you just chow through granola and then just natural yogurt and then just have a little chaser of sweet, sweet, sugary delight at the end?
Anyway, in other news, we've got our first question. Hey Max and Strictly Star George.
What?
George, what was your reaction when Alexis first told you about doing those lifts in week 1? You were incredible and did us all proud. Lots of love to you both, Emma.
Stop it, Emma. Who the fuck is Emma? Who's Emma? I went, what? No, what? No freaking way. No, the first one is simple enough. I just bend down a bit and pick her up. The second one, she was like, right, you know when we did the little dance together and I just hopped from one knee to the other? I was like, yeah. She goes, basically do that movement again. And I was like, right, okay. So she hopped to one. And then she was like, well, before that, she was like, just feel what I'm doing and just, you'll be okay. And I was like, right. And this is what I mean when I say it's very much Alexis is doing here. I'm a mere pawn. I just sort of hopped her to one knee and then just picked her up to go to the other one. She just started doing like this spinny shit. And then she was just lying down on my knee, my other knee. And that was all we wrote. Well, there was more. I think there was more explanation to that. But yeah, those 2 were like fairly weirdly. You wouldn't expect it with the second one. Were fairly straightforward. The third one took her a while. She had a video of her doing it with Julian, the new Australian pro, and he sort of taught me through it a little bit as well. Because originally I was sort of bending over to pick her up, and she was like, "No, you have to resist it." And it's not like a wait for her to go down and then up. It's like, as soon as I feel resistance, she's going to jump. And I just sort of fling like that. And it was about getting her up like that. And then I had to drop my hand to sort of catch us as she basically just like cartwheeled down the side.
Interesting.
But I was pooping myself a little bit when she was doing it. There was multiple times where, I think you saw in the VT, she was like falling. And I'd like catch her. But it would just be like, I was worried it wasn't going to go well, but it was just repetition. And I was confused how she was able to just consistently do that, because surely that just gives you all sorts of brain dizzies.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But yeah, no, but it's once it becomes like a flow, those weirdly were the 3 parts of the routine. Well, the first spinny one was less so, but those 2 lift parts were the 2 parts of the routine that I felt like couldn't go wrong, which is so strange. Because granted, there's technique, but I've just got a base and I'm just sort of flinging her.
Yeah.
And that's all.
Yeah, a lot of the work is on there. I get what you mean.
So,
fab.
but they were really good fun to do.
Well, hopefully we get to see some more in the future.
Hopefully.
Next question, George. What dance are you most scared for?
I think something strong and stern, like I've realised I've said that, and then I've thought of other dances, and I'm like, oh, but what about the really happy ones where I have to look at a camera and go,
yeah, I can't wait for that.
Like, so on both circumstances, I'm like, okay, I'm just scared for any dance where I have to look at a camera. Even not look at a camera.
Yeah.
If I do like a tango or a paso doble where I have to just sort of be stern and such.
I can't imagine you having to look down a camera and not smirking. Like, I actually can't imagine, unless like I mean, similar to what you did in the first dance, you just have to transport your brain to like you are playing a role. Do you know what I mean?
That's what I mean. I feel like
it's so interesting.
I feel like because I'm not in those scenarios normally, I look at a camera, I giggle. That's literally fine. There's no repercussions if that happens. I feel like if I'm on the dance floor and I hear dancing I don't know. I doubt the announcer would say that, but whatever the dance is, then I'll be like, okay, just lock the freak in, because no one's on the side going.
Yeah, true.
For me, like to see me
all
break, I can't see anything. I couldn't see
also,
anybody there.
Also, there's actually nothing funny about ruining your chance after all the hard work that you put in. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not like the stakes are low to where like, yeah, lol, it's just banter. Like, it's not banter.
Yeah.
Like, you've actually put a lot of work in. So has Alexis. So has everyone involved in the show. Like, it's actually just disrespectful if you were to laugh throughout like a serious moment or something.
Obviously, yeah, that would be building up as well. There's still a chance I'll sort of realise where I am and be like, what the fuck am I doing? But I back myself to stay in the zone.
Yeah, I believe in you. Last question. Max, is there a dance you can't wait for George to do? Now, obviously, I've only seen you, at this point, do the little bits at the first show, which don't really count, because that's just like fun vibes and not really taking it seriously. And I've seen you do the intense American Smooth. The fact that I now know that that's an American Smooth gets me a bit excited as well.
Do you want to know something?
Go on.
So the reason they just call it the American Smooth is because it just makes it easier for the viewer. An American Smooth isn't actually a style of dance.
Oh.
It's a way to do a style of dance, I've been told. So ours was an American Smooth foxtrot. So other people did foxtrots, but because ours was an American Smooth foxtrot, I believe that's why we were allowed to do lifts and stuff. And like that's when it becomes more flowy and there's more sort of different aspects you can add in. Maybe that may be wrong, but I know for a fact that American Smooth isn't a style of dance in itself. It's like a way to do a dance.
Because I was going to say, I can't wait to watch you do something like the foxtrot, where like you have to be very jazzy and like high energy, like, you know, lots of footwork and like lots of jazziness.
Do you know what a foxtrot is?
Probably not, no.
I don't know if that is the
because
foxtrot.
It's called
I think
foxtrot, it's a lot of like trotting about.
I think you mean the quick step. Yeah,
that is what I mean. That is exactly what I meant.
Yeah,
the
foxtrot is the hold that I was doing. Right? It's very much that. Oh,
I meant the quick step.
Sorry, if Anton, if you're watching, it's very much like that.
I cannot wait to see you do a quick step. Like,
that's what Jimmy did.
Yes, yeah. Just a high energy number. Like, I'm excited to see that, and like one that's really camp and like fun. I can't wait.
Yeah, there's so many styles that haven't been done yet. So I don't think there was a salsa that on this launch show. There wasn't a Charleston. A Charleston's one that I feel like a Charleston's one that I'm looking forward to because it just looks so cool and like fun. I don't know if I'd be able to do it, but it's the one where your feet are sort of like doing. You know,
right? Yeah.
So I should probably. These are my feet, so it's like a boop 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 boop.
Yeah.
Like that.
We're like twisty knees sort of.
Yeah,
thing.
and you're sort of doing.
I love that! Oh my god, I can't wait! Oh
it's
my god,
cool
oh my
vibes.
God.
But there's so many different styles. There's a waltz. There's a Viennese waltz. There's foxtrot. There's American Smooth, which can be whatever. There's salsa, samba, paso, tango.
Exciting.
What else? Cha-cha. There's so many.
Oh my god! I just can't.
Argentine tango's one as well. I think the Argentine tango's one where legs sort of like start flipping all around each other and it becomes like very sort of like cool movements.
Oh my god. I can't wait. I literally can't wait. It's so exciting. Watching you, being a part of this journey, just like, you know, like it's so exciting. I can't wait to see what happens. Oh, right. Well, Georgie Clarke, first live showdown, tour announced.
Hell,
is there
freaking
anything
yeah.
that this man can't do at this point?
Many things.
Fair. Yeah, that is fair. Well, guys,
take a day off. That's one.
Oh, wow. Whilst Balegde.
Did he just drown?
Thank you so much for listening. Yeah. Thank you so much for listening, everybody. If you would like to send in any questions, please do so via our email, theuselesshotlinepodcast@gmail.com. And please remember, buy your tour tickets now whilst they last.
Tortuga. Yeah, if you did enjoy make sure if you're watching to like and subscribe. Ring that notification bell so you're notified every time they upload. If you're listening, give us a little 5-star rating. Hey, if you want to listen to us on the go, perhaps you just download it, yeah? It's easier. No internet required. But we shall see you very, very soon. And by that, I mean next week. That's how it always works. So, see you there, mother frickers. And we'll be back. Sorry if it's been very strictly heavy these last few weeks, but it's going to be less so once it just becomes the norm. Obviously, there'll still be talk because you want to hear from the horse's mouth, as you say. But there's much more to speak about, and Max has got stuff he's going on in his life. Like, for example, Max, what did you do this week? Exactly. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye, everyone.